And welcome to the postgame show here on the Firebird Broadcasting Network on the CCIW Network now. For Katie Boston, I'm Peter Ferrari, joined now head coach J.W. Kieckhefer. Coach, it was a heavyweight battle, 7 versus 3, back and forth it went. After set 1, you said, okay, maybe have the advantage. They found their way back, they found the lanes, and as close as they can get in set number 5. What was the conversation with the team afterward?
Don't let that define your season, right?
Yeah.
A lot of things. We got to clean up on our side of the net. We didn't pass the ball well today, particularly against on the float serve. That was pretty brutal. Just a really mediocre pass today from our side of the net, and it makes it hard to score. I think we actually scored pretty well there in 1, 4, and 5 for how much we struggled at times in this reception space. I thought Austin Mallory did a good job calming us down as we went and passing the ball better as that match went on. I thought Owen Hendricks did a great job in reception today, and that's kind of his MO. He does a nice job back there, keeping us in system. I thought Ryan Bartz and Ruben Emmerich, at times had great service runs, and I think that's what won us sets 1 and sets 3. And I think we just lost that service pressure as the match went on, and they were able to stay in system and score a bunch of points. So, defense was great in set 1, pretty good in set 2, and just got worse as we went. We got to go find a way to block some more balls one-on-one and win some long rallies. I thought Santa Cruz was pretty elite in the backcourt. They dug a ton of balls. They brought him back. I thought we took some great swings, and they brought him back. And, they set the ball in the net and, played some jungle ball up there and beat us in transition, I thought, and that's where we lost the match ultimately.
All right, and then on to the players, JW. For your middle, Hudson Schweitzer, he had a great night hitting .500 and was feeling confident in his swing and had some great placement at times. Despite there's all the match, how vital did you feel that Hudson's production was in keeping you guys up in those sets? Yeah,
Huddy's been, probably our best offensive player all year long in terms of consistency. I think he's been a rock in that space. We were able to move into the M1 spot because he's been so great offensively. So, and he's a great middle blocker in terms of his defense as well. He's really elevated that in the last year. That's, I think, the biggest improvement we've seen out of Hudson is some of that defensive play. But, he wasn't able to put up these numbers last year, hitting .500 on 18 swings. It's a really good adjustment from him. He's athletic. He's up in the air. He hangs for a long time. I think Maury used him well as that match went on. Started to use him a little more. I thought Ben Heiss was unbelievable today offensively. That was what kept us going and kept us in that match, I think, in 3, 4, 5, is just to see him take some big swings and to see him take over a match and really be able to lean on what he can do at a high level. So I'm really proud of Ben Heiss and Huddy for keeping us going offensively today.
Gotcha. And then, as you mentioned, with Maury and that connection with Hudson, moving over to the senior setter, Ryan Maury, he did a great job spreading the floor and creating some more opportunities for all the hitters today. What do you think of his composure and decision-making? Yeah,
I think, we've been able to use Ryan Bartz pretty effectively this season. It wasn't his best day. And so I thought, as that match went on, Maury made a good adjustment to try to get Ben Heiss going and get him the ball and to try to have him be the horse today. And I thought Ben responded. The D-ball swings from Ben, we've been working on the D-ball location all year, and I thought Ben really was a weapon on the D-ball today, which, really helps our offense. Maury, I think, dug some balls today. Which is an awesome thing to see from him. His improvement in the backcourt's been awesome over the last year and a half. Really just this year, he's made some awesome improvements there. That connection with Ben, he's able to toss that ball high, and Ben does some pretty unique things offensively to get going. So, proud of Maury and how he's used the offense. I thought he got Huddy going in the gap, which was really good today, and just kind of spam set Ben there at the end. So, we got to find a way to play some defense there in set 5 to win, and I think it starts from the service line. I think, probably 3 or 4 errors there in the baseline, shot us in the foot there.
Illinois Wesleyan coming up, Coach. It's a random one-off of conference play. Why not start with Illinois Wesleyan, and what's the next week going to look like in preparation to hit that conference play?
2 days off. That's nice. We get to play here on Friday, so we get Saturday, Sunday off. Been a long stretch of volleyball for us with going out to the East Coast and playing 3 good volleyball teams out there, and then get a top 10 matchup here against Santa Cruz. So you want to play a tough non-conference schedule and learn about what you're doing and learn about how you can be better. And Santa Cruz has some great wins under their belt already. That's a good volleyball team, and another great win for them here. So we're not losing to bad teams. That's for dang sure. We're playing good volleyball and good competition. You got to learn about yourself, and you're not going to learn about yourself if you're playing mediocre teams. So proud of what we've put together on a schedule for these guys, and I think it's really showing where we got to improve and how to take some big steps. Good to have 2 days off. I think I'm really excited about the 2 days off and them to not be volleyball players for a couple of days. We didn't even get, Sunday was a day off, but not really. We flew back home from the East Coast, and maybe we should take a Monday off. Maybe that was a mistake by us to not get more time off and our legs under us, because I just didn't think we had our legs under us today fully. So maybe that's bad coaching. We'll see. But I'm proud of the way we fought. Like, could have easily gone away in 4 there. Made it close. Could have easily gone away there in 5. I think, 14-11. We get a side out. We get a huge block from Ryan Bartz to get to 14-13, and Owen Hendricks with 2 absolute bombs from the baseline there to keep us in a spot where we could have an advantage. We got to find ways to actually, win the advantage. I thought Santa Cruz was behind, in rallies and was able to turn it with some awesome net play. That's usually something we do really, really well. So to see us get out net played was weird for me. I just think there's so much we got to learn from that video, and how we can be more efficient offensively, because tough to look at the box score and out hit them in different phases and out dig. We out dig them, but we out block them and all that kind of stuff. So we got to be better. We got to find ways to stick some more balls offensively. We don't need to be in transition as much as we were today, I don't think. But I'm also really proud of how this team continues to fight together, and we got to find that 1 or 2 points to bounce our way that we didn't get against Stevens late, and we didn't get here, but we're taking big swings, and I'm really proud of the way we take big swings under pressure moments. We just got to find a way to get a lead early.
Absolutely. Well, Coach, enjoy your 2 days off, or take a rest, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.
Thank
Go
you,
Birds.
Coach. Again, Coach J.W. Kieckhefer,